Hello guys, and welcome to episode 2 of my Napoleon Total War coalition campaign, playing as Great Britain, going for world domination victory. Today we're continuing after an epic battle with the Spanish Navy. We sunk them after a clutch battle using Nelson to rip through the Spanish line. He charged headlong between all of their ships and won the battle for us. It was absolutely epic, so make sure to go check it out if you haven't already. But today it's going to be all about the attack on Paris. We need to consolidate our forces in Caen and then attack Paris and hopefully take it as well. So let's start by just finishing off the movement of our troops. I'm going to start by moving across this army to Caen. I think I might also bring the general here because I think he has the movement range, yeah. We may as well move him over this turn, because then he can be involved in a battle next turn. So let's get them on the ship. Wonderful. And we can put them into Caen. Or not. Okay, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Oh, it might be because they don't have the movement range to get in there. In which case, we'd probably want to just offload them to the right-hand side, so they can join the army after we go and attack Paris. Okay, because that way they'll have at least enough movement range to get to Paris. If I deployed them on the left, then they wouldn't. Okay, these guys can catch up later on, that is fine. Unless we just like leave the cannons behind, but I don't think that really changes too much. No. May as well be bringing these guys down. Fantastic. And one thing I was also thinking of doing was demolishing these dockyards. I don't think France actually has any more harbours that they can build from. Or maybe the trading port here, but what can you build from a trading port? We can get Indiamen from London, which actually have 58 guns on them. That's bigger than any of the ships we can build in our dockyards right now. Interesting. How much does this cost? 724? Okay. That just about uses up our money, doesn't it? For this turn. Okay. It might be worth saving and just getting some Indiamen that can go and take the trade node. Interesting. Well, that's something to consider. For now, I will start building this 38 gun 5th rate. That is fine. But yeah, we're going to demolish these docks so that if we ever lose Rennes or Caen, the French can't use them, and we don't need them anyway. We'll probably just build trade ports there in the future, because we're just going to use the naval base down in Gibraltar and then probably Portsmouth. All of the other dockyards can just be demolished. Okay, so that's pretty much all of the movement we can do, I believe. Yeah, none of these units can move. And next time around, this navy can probably pick up those men and move them towards Paris. Okay. Unfortunately, Nelson can't fix up his ships here yet. He's got to wait for the dock to be built before he can do so. The only way we could potentially attack Villeneuve is if we consolidated all of our naval forces from the channel with Nelson, but Nelson's ships are still damaged, so probably not a good idea. Right, let's end the turn. See what France get up to. Oh, they actually went inside Paris. That's actually really good for us, and they have more ships there. Okay, well that's something. It's really good they went inside the settlement, because it lowers the amount of total units that they will have available. Because normally they'd have like the full garrison armed peasantry, but now they're only going to have like half, because most of it's taken up by the military forces of the army. Letters of demands. Oh, that's because this is close to rebelling, although it's actually only one turn or from being happy, so maybe it's fine. Maybe we can just leave it. Or I could send back like one unit, or maybe a cav unit. Or, in fact, why don't we send this guy? Because I don't think I need him for this battle, actually. And he will sort out the public order. Or will he? Maybe not. Never mind. Okay, well, we'll leave him there anyway. We don't need him. Let's go and attack Paris. This is what today is all about. We'll continue the siege. We'll grab our extra men. Fantastic. These guys can get into port and pick them up. Okay, and we can drop them off. Oh, will they not be able to catch up? Ah, that sucks. I think they've changed it between Empire and Napoleon. Because what you used to be able to do is just use the movement points you had before you got on the ships after you got off the ships. But now it seems like there's a little bit of a wall to stop you doing that. Otherwise we could have these actually reinforce this turn, which would be a bit broken. But we can still drop them off here, so we'll do that. Okay, we got 2,047 to spend. I might get myself an Indiaman building. And I would build a merchantman there, but we'll build it somewhere else. Let's build it at Liverpool. It's actually going to take less turns than Bristol. Oh, I guess because we're already building a merchantman at Bristol, right? So usually they take 3 turns anyway. But that merchantman's actually nearly done. But it'd be nice to have an Indiaman with another 58 guns. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice indeed. Okay, so let's stop delaying. And we will get this attack on Paris underway. It looks like a pretty tough battle, but I'm hoping that these armed citizenry don't really perform very well. We have roughly the same amount of artillery. They do have the Young Guard, which are elite soldiers of the highest order apparently. Whilst we have the King's German Liege of Foot, which are slightly better than our standard foot regiments. Their Fusiliers of the line have actually worse stats than our infantry. They have more morale, but less melee attack and less melee defense. Maybe we should just get into melee, although actually we have better accuracy as well. Okay, interesting. Our infantry is actually better than the French, although I think in-game they'll get some bonuses because it's on very hard difficulty, which will probably level things out a bit. Regardless, let's go ahead and jump on in. Now I would siege it, but the trouble with doing that is it gives them time for reinforcements to arrive. And we don't want that. We want to get in here, we want to start replenishing, and then carry on from there. So here we are. Snowy weather. And look how gorgeous this is. The visuals are a bit more clean than Empire was. And it just looks very, very nice. Right, so our artillery does have extra veterancy. But what I think I'm going to do is probably come back a bit. What's the range on our cannons? Let's have a look. So the range is... wow, quite far. Yeah, very far. Okay, so we can move all the way back, and I'm going to do so probably on this right-hand side. Because this is a really nice, like, open area that we can dominate. And one thing that I have noticed is that these lines are really short. The men stand very close together. Okay. Well, we'll have 2 units in between each, I think.
Line infantry. Yes, sir. Infantry. Following orders.
Okay, let's unlimber those, put them there. Having them in the trees is okay, but I've got to make sure they don't fire into the tree itself.
Infantry. Yes, sir.
That's fine.
Infantry.
I am making these purposefully slanted, by the way. if you're wondering. It just kind of helps with like creating kill nets, so you can see how like the crossover is here. If a unit walks up into this position, it just gets decimated.
9-pounder ready.
That's how it's supposed to work, at least. Not a fan of where these cannons are going to end up.
Artillery reporting.
Although it should be fine.
Artillery.
Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, and then we'll have another unit on either side. How much have we got left, I wonder?
Yes, sir. Line infantry.
We've got the King's German Legion Foot. I should probably have them like in the middle, probably.
Infantry.
They'd be
Yes, sir.
safest in the middle. We also have the Light Foot. Now these guys are pretty terrible in melee. They're probably best to like have light infantry behavior and maybe put them like on the left hand side here or something like that.
Right away.
I don't know.
Line infantry.
But if we do that, we're going to want to
Yes, sir.
have a couple units of infantry there.
The Legion awaits your orders. Yes, sir.
Let's put these in here. We'll put this one on the right flank.
Following
They do have a bunch of cav there. So I'm going to bring my cav to the right flank.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have my general spread out and not be behind the cannon, just in case they get targeted.
Line companies.
And we'll have this line infantry probably on the left.
Yes, sir.
I think what I could do...
Forward.
I could in fact have my light infantry on the right,
Following
kind of help out
orders.
with any cav that's coming into flank. I think that's fine.
Infantry.
And if I do this, we can have those coming in towards the cannons, and then
Line
these
infantry.
kind of helping us out in the trees. We do have better melee stats, I believe. Can we have a look at those stats in game? No, we can't. Okay.
Order.
Right, so we'll keep them all on round shot. We do get canister from the start of the campaign, which is nice. We get wedge formations, and we also get, yeah, square formations. Good, I thought I saw that. We got 2 rally abilities. It looks like we're all set. So I'm probably going to target, I guess, their artillery first, maybe. Or we could target the horse guards on the right hand side. It might be better to target the horse guards. I could maybe have my guys try and general snipe as well. That was always something that people did in Napoleon Total War Online. We'll target the horses to begin with. What are they doing with their cannons? Oh, they're limbering up again with the cannons. Interesting. Might be worth having a shot at the cannons then. Well, my gun's just completely whiffed on the cav there. Let's just have them all fire at the cav. Come on. Hit them well, hit them well. I might even change these to canister.
Cannon ready, sir.
Oh, that was a shot.
Line infantry.
Now, one thing I am curious about, do we have fire by rank?
Artillery reporting.
Well, we certainly have the ability to wipe out those forces, that's for sure. Let's focus on their artillery. Wow. Oh, that was something. That's one of their cav units down. They tried to charge our cannons and it didn't really end up very well for them. Let's target the light horse because it looks like they're coming in again. We'll try and destroy as many as we can before they get there. Oh, our canister ripped them up though. That was very cool. Oh, we need to probably... okay. Well, they better reload quickly because they're on their way.
Light infantry at your command, sir.
Okay, let's go back into round shot. Keep hitting them. Keep hitting them.
Cannon.
Right, the cannon's on the left here. I'm probably going to have to start firing across now. Ooh, okay. They have their own guns. they're broken. Great. Fantastic. Well, so far, so good. We've killed their cav, the majority of them. 2 of their cav units are gone. They've got some horse artillery on the left side there that aren't unlimbered. And what may be worth doing is just continuing to fire all of my artillery at their artillery, because there actually isn't a time limit in Napoleon Total War. So, well, actually there is a time limit, but no, what I meant to say is there's no ammunition, so we're not on a time limit in that sense. We have taken out one of their guns, so yeah, it's probably a good idea to just keep firing at their guns. And any shots that are missing are hitting their infantry behind anyway. Well, they're saying that a lot of the infantry is getting back up again after taking a cannonball to the face. That's rather impressive. Over time, we should win the artillery engagement because my cannons do have the 2-star venerancy, so they're pretty good. Speed things up. We'll see what happens. They are bringing over some more guns. One thing I could do, in fact, is probably slow things down again. While that engagement's going on, maybe get some of my own dragoons to go around the right flank and try and kill their cannons at the back. Because whoever has more cannons, I think, will win at the end of the day. That's something we can certainly try. Let's have them run off. If I can get into those the 8-pounder foot artillery there, I think that might force them to come towards us. Because for now, they're playing defensively. I think the unit that's out of range, I mean, we may as well have them like attack there. Are a couple of them out of range? Like, what's this one doing? Oh, he's in canister, that's why. I'm an absolute derp. Alright. Is that bar at the top fatigue? I think it is. Or is it morale? I mean, maybe it's just morale. Yeah, let's get behind. Yeah, I really want to charge into these. Does look cool. I'm gonna have to be careful actually as I go past, not to like get hit by my own cannons. Try and get into the town before we attack. Just an absolute face-off at the moment. Very cool. I love the new effects though in Napoleon compared to Empire. Everything just looks so much cleaner. Oh, that's what I was talking about. We just took down that building. Okay, go on, dragoons. Over the hill and straight in. Beautiful. There we go. Got him. Got him, boys. Run. Here they come. We've unleashed them. They are really wide compared to us. Not good. Not good at all. Right, what I'm going to do is we're going to move our cav out to the right flank. If they leave their cannons behind, we'll kill them as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to start focusing on the general. Time for the general snipe, boys.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
There we go. Job done. Alright, next up. Next up, attacking their front line again. It's always been so easy to do that in in Napoleon. I don't know why specifically in Napoleon. I think it's because cannons are like more accurate in Napoleon. It's always been a thing though. I'm gonna put some shots towards these cannons, just because they might end up hitting these guys, and if we get a cannonball to go down the line, it's gonna be pretty ridiculous. Which I guess we could just target them all across like that, if they're gonna walk like that. There's potential for a lot of kills. Oh, what are these guys doing? Okay. You wanna run back, lads? Alright, come on. Score some really nice hits onto these infantry squads. Pretty small targets, but you can do it, I believe. Oh, there's a good hit. Oh, oh, and again. Unfortunately, a lot of them get back up again. The more damage we do before we engage, the better, though. And honestly, them all standing together like this is great. They left some cannons out wide, didn't they? Yep. Okay, let's get a unit of cav to run over to the left flank. Or unit of cav, not unit of cannons. Really trying to kill off my elite units, aren't they? Right, let's continue to select the cannons opposite. Let's target that one. All about the maneuvers, guys. It's all about the maneuvers. Oh, we took down another cannon. If we can do some damage to these grenadiers, that'd be fantastic. Alright, and this cav getting into position. Gonna have them spread out as far as they can, and then we'll have them move in behind the artillery there. I wonder if they can see these. They are technically, like, out of line of sight. I wonder if the AI knows they're there. Maybe that's why they're doing all this funky shit. Oh, there we go, there's another nice hit. Oh, there's a great hit into the grenadiers. That killed 16 of them. Fantastic. Right, how's the cav doing? Oh, they got in. They did get in there. Beautiful. We got him, boys. We got him. Okay, let's head back to our lines.
Watch yourselves.
Oh, when we hit the grenadiers again, they're down to 97 men. Great. Oh, they're being hit very hard now. That's perfect. We can take out a lot of these elite infantry. We're in a really good spot. All the shots that are missing just take out the units behind. I mean, I could just charge a lot of the armed citizenry. Do they have bayonets? No, they don't. So I could consolidate my cav onto the right-hand side, like we kind of already have.
Dragoons.
I'm going to have them walk across, because they are very tired now. After that flanking maneuver. The ones behind, though, are fresh. But yeah, I'm tempted at the moment to make like a cavalry charge on the right side, just straight into the armed citizenry. We have like 2 come in from the front and 1 come in from the rear. We can get a lot of value from our cavalry. Oh, those grenadiers. Damn, they've been chunked. They have been chunked. It is glorious. Okay, let's just keep hitting the infantry now. Maybe finish off the rest of the general staff. Oh. You're riding towards the line. Straight into the face of cannons. Oh, imagine how scary that would be.
Infantry reporting.
Are they gonna make it? Surely not. Okay, I was gonna say. That would have been quite something.
Battery reporting. Battery reporting.
Fantastic. Well, that's a lot of horses. Well, I mean, I nearly deafened myself there. Alright, they coming? I kind of need to take care of these artillery pieces, I think, and then they'll come. So let's try and get both of my cav units around the right flank now, and what we'll do is like a big old cavalry charge into their rear, potentially, and then push through and kill off the 8-pounder foot artillery for good. Meanwhile, I'll make sure that we're attacking one of the infantry on the left side. They could, in fact, just be, you know, reforming, ready to push forwards. Our line's like very tight at the moment, so not really sure like what we're gonna do here. I'm tempted to bring these back like so, but it might be best to just stay pushed forwards. Okay. How are we doing? They are winded. Alright, we'll have them start walking up on the right flank and we'll just speed things up. Because we've used up 20 minutes of battle time. Taking it nice and slow, nice and tactical, as you're supposed to in these kinds of battles. Take every advantage little by little. We've already wiped out their cav. And we've also destroyed 2 sets of cannons. Now, it looks like they've lined up and they're ready to come towards us, so... Well, let's just hope our cav doesn't get obliterated. Like a frontal volley from the armed citizenry will hurt. For sure.
Battery reporting.
I start chunking into the fresh units on the left. Done a lot of damage to the ones in the mid. I don't think we're necessarily going to have to do anything special to kill these cannons now, because they're moving away from them, so we can just charge them soon. But I want to wait until the armed citizenry are pretty much out of range of just turning around and firing at our cav if they were engaged, so just taking it easy at the moment. Let our cav keep moving around the right flank. Looks like the left flank's going to be the hard part.
Infantry reporting.
These guys are being chewed up a little. That's for sure.
Infantry reporting.
Didn't realise those shots were still doing quite a bit of damage. Alright, let's just go take them out now. Yeah, those frontal hits have been pretty nasty. Cannon's actually just ranked up from that. But they're not going to be around for long. But we do need to stop the cannons from firing. Oh my lord, we just hit loads of our own cav. Okay, great. It's getting closer and closer, guys. Get behind them on this side. Right, they're now fresh again, those cav, after having walked them. Right, we've got to get away from that infantry before they fire. Okay.
Dragoons reporting.
I'm probably just going to not even use wedge formation, honestly, and we'll just charge into the back of them.
Dragoons reporting.
To keep the formations actually relatively wide. We have nice contact. And we can protect our right flank this way quite well. The left flank's, though, is going to be pretty tough. Soon we're going to have to use canister.
Artillery reporting. Artillery reporting. Artillery.
Let's stop them firing, put them on fire at will.
Cannon ready, sir.
Fire at will. Canister.
Ready.
Fire at will.
Artillery reporting.
Alright, here we go. The ultimate flank. They're going to quickly turn around and snapshot us. Nope. And we crushed them with that charge. Ooh, those shots aren't good. We'll get a nice charge in there. Right, we've shattered those units. Oh, look at the smoke, it's just gorgeous. Right, they're broken as well. Alright, let's pull back. Get the cab out of there. Trying to engage my line, just getting wrecked. Glorious. Oh, look at the smoke effects. Oh, it's beautiful. Such a beautiful game. Let's go kill these armed citizenry there. Those are running. Damn, this certainly turned in our favor pretty quick, didn't it? Wow. I'm probably going to have to melee engage. Just hold them in place there so that my artillery can fire to the right. Alright, we've overwhelmed those armed citizenry. There we go. Canister coming through. Nice. Okay, we want to probably just charge into the back of them here. My cavs all doing well, which is nice. Let's just stop them firing. Put them back on fire at will afterwards. Stop them firing, for sure.
Our men are running, sir. Order.
my cavalry is just going to sweep the field at the back here. That's the plan. And then we'll engage them on the left. Right, we're probably going to want to start shifting more units over here. Never mind. I think we're fine.
Victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Yeah, the young guard have been overwhelmed. Nice. Cavs coming in. Come on. Charge. Don't just walk. What are you doing? Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we don't actually need to continue the battle, but damn, it's good to run down Frenchmen. Glorious victory. That was absolutely crushing victory, honestly. As soon as they engaged our line.
Dragoons reporting. Stick it to her. Yes, sir.
We just had them on the ropes. Like, the cavalry charge on the right was so well timed, if I do say so myself. And it just caused us to just obliterate them from right to left. Check out the bodies. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
Orders. Yes, sir. Lights and tools to the ready, sir.
Alright, let's end the battle there. The decisive victory. And there we go. 439 lost. They lost 2,416. So who got the most kills? Let's have a look. The light dragoons, of course, and our artillery. One of the foot regiments got 166 kills, which is pretty nice, but they did lose quite a lot of men in the process. That was probably because of the charge, mainly. Yeah, the ones that got like a lot of kills, it was probably just from like the head-on charges that we did. Well, there we go. Paris is ours. And we will peacefully occupy, I believe, and keep the predicted region wealth. Okay. Right, let's just fix this up at some point. Let's fix up the... I want to fix up both of these, really. But there we go. There's Napoleon. He just stood and watched as Paris burn. I should have probably just destroyed it, but I didn't want to mess up the public order too bad, so that we can hold on to it in the future. Because we've got a full army there, we'll probably sort out the public order sooner than later. It's all good. Cool. Right, yeah, we may as well fix up at least one of the buildings since we have like just enough money to, but we can't fix up the other one. And the reason you want to fix the buildings is because devastation negatively affects public order. So that's the thing. Right, let's get these guys into port, and they can soon be ferried over. Glorious, glorious victory. Okay, down here. I mean, we could probably destroy this navy, but I don't think it's worth the risk. I don't want to lose Nelson's forces just yet. And we could go in there actually and grab that unit this turn. And then unload him into that army. Okay. Well, that's fine. Can we merge these? No, we can't. Right, that's as good as it gets. There is an army here. This is kind of annoying. I bet you this unit's going to run around and just destroy everything. Although, saying that, this isn't even built yet. This isn't built yet. We do have some stables here. There's the iron mine. The college. Oh yeah, we need to set up the research. Since we took that. Bravo. We will go for probably one of these. The minus 5% upkeep. Probably a decent one. We don't need that. any others that like reduce upkeep. Let's do this one, the bottling and canning. Yeah, the minus 5% upkeep for all naval units. That's good. Okay. So, yeah, now we just need to defeat Napoleon. We will go and take Brussels after that. It may be worth sending some stuff down south, though, because that was probably the biggest army in France right now. Going to be interesting. Maybe Napoleon will just attack us with his line infantry, since our units are relatively depleted, but he might not have any cannons, and if he doesn't, then we'll probably win. Good job, Arthur Wellesley. Let's end the turn. They also might just go into Reims. I'm glad that army hasn't gone to attack a settlement. Where's Napoleon going? Probably like, ah, oh, screw this, I'm going back to Corsica. I'm going home. We've been beaten. Napoleon who? Right. Austria's built up a huge army in their capital. We are in fact allied with them, so that's good. Hopefully they deal with the Ottomans, because the Ottomans are pretty scary. Although actually they're not as scary in this campaign as they are in Empire, because they're not as big. Right, we have a gentleman. Ooh, okay. Well, he can go straight to the college over here. Workers on strike. Letters of demand. Unit recruited. We got the roads and trading ports built in England. Fantastic. So yeah, now we've got roads everywhere. Yay! You'd think they'd have roads by now, but we finally do. Let's have a look at our government. Right, 2,200 a turn now. That's very nice. And the map's changed to a very nice colour as well. Nice and green. We've moved into spring, early March 1805. Cool. Well, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, we might just take Reims and go and attack Brussels and all that good stuff. Although I am a little worried about the public order here and what we can do about that. Probably not too much for the time being, but I am going to have to fix up that theatre for sure, and that's going to cost me a bunch of money. Let's make sure that's fixed up. Okay, yeah. That's where we're going to leave it. I might have to send some troops over to Rennes. Rennes actually destroyed the tax office. Okay. Well, guess we're going to leave that. And we'll go to Caen with our army. Right, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.